Right, this is just a quick introduction to a next restoration project. I bought another Tamiya TL01 chassis on eBay after the M03 that I was going to buy sold, because of course it did. Every single time I find something I want, it sells. So I think there's a conspiracy against me. But yeah, I got a TL01 and I got this Pennzoil GTR, or Pennzoil NiSMO body shell, which it is physically in good condition. There's no like cracks or anything. I think the only split really is that one there, and that's it. So I kind of want to restore this. I'm not doing the TL01 restoration because I've already done one of those, so I'm not going to bother with that. But I'm going to have a go with this. And my first port of call was to see if I could remove the paint before I did anything else. Including also making some new window masks and getting some decals off MCI Racing. No idea how good they are, so this would have been my attempt to see what they're like and get it on video. So I bought some of this, which is questionable at best. It doesn't quite do what it says on the tin or bottle, to be perfectly honest. It does remove it, but barely. As you can see, it is coming off, but I'm struggling to do it. I've already used 4 of those. I've used half a bottle just doing the roof and a little bit of the bonnet. And this, where I spent like 5 minutes just going backwards and forwards, which it has come off, but that's all I managed. Yeah, it's terrible. I don't know if it's just that's terrible or if it's the paint, because I've also tried nitro. I tried some nitro, even that was struggling. So I don't know if it's just it's just this paint is so old. But then that's advertised as being able to get rid of even 10 or 20-year-old paint. This is probably about that, I think. I don't know. And if I hold it up to the window, actually, hang on. If I hold it up to the window, you can see how thin the paint is. So I wouldn't have thought it would be that hard to get off. There's like 1 or 2 coats on that. But yeah, it will not come off. And if it took me that long just to get this off on a flat surface that I can obviously put a lot of weight onto, I very much doubt I'm going to get into all of these grooves there and there. I even painted it on that. Like, I just poured it into the cap and then poured it into there and then used a paintbrush to go over it, let it sort of soak in, and then removed it. But that didn't quite work either. It did evaporate, obviously, but I did get it before it evaporated and it made little to no difference. So yeah, hopefully I have bought some 3 bottles of the Tamiya polycarbonate cleaner, so I'm hoping that will work. And if that doesn't work, then unfortunately I might have to either buy about 20 of these or sell it, because I don't want a body shell that I can't like fix up. Maybe somebody out there has the chemicals that can remove it without damaging the plastic. You see, it has actually stained the plastic a little bit, but that should just come off with another wipe. So yeah, it's a shame because, like I said, it is in good condition. Just a load of paint chips, that little split there. These do need to be sanded down and trimmed a little bit. And I do have the spoiler. I don't have the wing mirrors though, which is a bit unfortunate. So I've been looking for wing mirrors that might fit. And then obviously the decals from MCI Racing, which will be about, I'm not really sure actually, 60, 70 Canadian dollars, which will be about 45 pounds in the Queen's money. So that's not too bad. I also need to get some decals actually for my Boomerang and Hotshot. So I was also going to get those from MCI Racing. So we'll see what they look like if I do end up getting these. Obviously this will not go uploaded. This video will not be uploaded if I can't get the paint off. That is what it all hinges on. I know the decals exist. I should be able to make new window masks using strips of masking tape. I'm also going to buy the paint, some tape to go around the corners, and a new X-Acto knife so I can make sharp and precise cuts on the masking tape. But like I said, all of this hinges on whether or not that Tamiya paint, or that Tamiya paint cleaner, or body cleaner, whatever it's called, will get this off. I mean, it is possible, but I had to use a lot of elbow grease just to remove that. And that. And like I said, even the nitro barely touched it. I mean, the nitro did manage that. But yeah, even the nitro just couldn't get this off. So I don't know why. I know it's old paint, but you know, it's probably bonded to the polycarbonate quite fiercely. But yeah, I'm also worried about the black. Obviously the black can be a bit thick. Like I said, it did start coming off, but I had to wipe in that one spot like 5 minutes, just backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. And yeah, but hey, if this video has gone up, it's because it worked. If it doesn't go up, my cat's meowing. That's not the reason. If that's the if it doesn't go up, then you won't know. So I might make this a post. If it doesn't go up, I might make it a YouTube post. Just say, I tried to get this off, but failed. Can anyone recommend? Can anyone actually recommend? Actually, there's no point asking for recommendations, is there? Because the video would have been uploaded anyway, if it worked. And if I didn't upload it, it means it didn't work. Therefore, nobody can see me asking for any. I'm stupid. You know what? Ignore me. But yeah, overall, this will go up if I can actually get this finished. So I'm hoping, maybe I should have just bought that Tamiya remover anyway, but I bought 3 bottles because it's only like 40 milliliters. That's 100 milliliters. The Tamiya one is 40 and it's more expensive. So I'm hoping, in my weird logic, that means it's going to be better. I mean, it is Tamiya cleaner for Tamiya paint. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll actually work. Because if not, then unfortunately this body shell I cannot do anything with. So, but hey, it will save me a bit of money on the decals and buying the paint and all that kind of thing. So yeah, fingers crossed that the polycarbonate cleaner can remove it. I only bought this really because it was like £10, and I did see that there's very little information about this on YouTube and like Google and whatnot of people using it. But when I saw somebody using it on like a 1/8 or 1/5 scale, it was quite a large body shell. He just painted it all over it, and it just came off like nobody's business. So I thought, oh, that's gonna be quite good. Unfortunately, no. Yeah, like I said, this paint is so thin, but it just will not come off. I was also a bit concerned actually when I smelt this, and it smelt like the acetone-free nail polish remover, almost exactly the same as the polish remover that I had for removing paint. It smelled exactly like it, so I thought, yeah, so I don't know, man. Like I said, if you're watching this video, I did get all the paint off, and you know, I did what I need to do. So yeah, so fingers crossed again. Anyway, I thought I'd just make a quick intro to this while I have the chance, and just to let you know where I am. Actually, should I just make this like part 1, just so that people can actually see? Because I was going to just make one whole video, like I usually do. Because sometimes I do split them in parts. So should I split this in parts? You know what? I'll split this in parts. This will be part 1. And this is what I will ask. Other than the Tamiya polycarbonate cleaner, does anyone else know what I can use to remove like 2-decade-old Tamiya paint? There was another one I was thinking of. I can't remember what it's called though. It's like a graffiti remover, which I can only seem to find on Amazon. I might give that a shot, maybe. But yeah, other than that, if anyone else has any recommendations, I've already got some Tamiya cleaner coming, so I'll try that. I've already tried that. I've already tried nitro. Anyone else? I'll be happy to hear what you've got. So yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. This is, like I said, a little intro to the rest of the I'm talking so fast, I'm just slurring my words, to the hopeful restoration of this. So yeah, and if it does work, I'll also get the MCI Racing decals, and I'll show you the quality of those decals, because again, I can barely find anything on YouTube or Google about the quality of MCI Racing decals. Like, nobody's just sharing them or anything. It's weird. People show the decals, like, hey, look, I've got some MCI Racing decals, and then, you know, show them on the car. But they don't really talk about the quality or the print or anything like that. So I will try and do that. But anyway, yeah, I shall leave part 1 here. So this will be the introduction. Any assistance with how to remove the paint would be dandy. Any monetary assistance through my PayPal would also be useful and helpful, because I kind of want to really do it the best I can with this. So yeah, I actually want to go all out just to try and get this to look nice, because it does look like a nice body shell. So I'd like to go all out on repairing this. So the more monies I has to throw at this, the better. So yeah, I do want to do a good job. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. I am going to crack on a little bit. I mean, I've already wasted half of it, so I may as well waste the rest of it, possibly. So, yeah. Fingers crossed that the Tamiya stuff is considerably better. I can't remember the last time I've even used it. I do have an empty bottle of it. I just kept a bottle for some reason. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go now. So thank you for watching. Just an introduction. And like I said, any advice on removing the paint would be grand. Any monetary assistance would be grand, because I do want to do as good a job as I can with this. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in part 2, if there is a part 2. If there isn't, I'll make a part 2 just to let you know that there is not going to be a part 3, I suppose. Yeah. I really should slow down my talking. I feel like I'm talking way too fast sometimes, and I am getting my words mixed up. I should slow down a bit. So yeah, if I can't get it off, I will make a part 2 saying that I can't do it, and there probably won't be a part 3. That's if the Tamiya stuff can't remove it. I might try that graffiti remover if I can get it cheap enough, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in, there will be a part 2, but it's either me continuing or me saying that there is not going to be a part 3. That's what part 2 will be, one of those two. So thank you for watching. See you all in the inevitable part 2. So I'll see you then. Bye. Well, that was the biggest game over I think I've ever had. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to restore this body shell now, because it has gone to complete and utter poop. So yeah, I thought, hey look, I'm actually doing a good job. It's removing some of the paint, even though it really didn't, because I had to use the nitro in the end, because the Carson paint killer was absolutely garbage. And then, to be perfectly honest, even the nitro struggled to remove it. I'm putting it down to the fact that it's just so old, the paint has just bonded on a just bonded to the polycarbonate. I couldn't get rid of it. I even bought some Tamiya polycarbonate remover 2 days ago, and the eBay seller still hasn't shipped it out, so that's a bit concerning. Well, they've marked it as dispatched, but Royal Mail still haven't collected it yet, or they haven't dropped it off at the post office. I don't know. It's been 2 days since I bought it, and it still hasn't left the seller. But I don't think it's going to work, because this took me 2 days to do. Like, no, like, regardless of how thin this was, like, you can see how thin the paint is, it still took forever to get this off. And the main problem isn't the fact that it's taking me 2 days to get it off. In fact, you can probably see the problem while I'm moving this around in front of your face. And that is the reaction that it's had, which it wasn't supposed to have, to polycarbonate paint remover. Yeah, I don't know if this was the Carson, the nitro, or both, but as far as I'm aware, the Carson paint killer is obviously made for polycarbonate, and to the best of my knowledge, nitro is safe for polycarbonate, because I have used it before to remove paint, and it didn't do this. I'm hoping that this is merely down to the age of the paint and the body shell, and the fact that I was scrubbing with all sorts of different cloths, just like really hard. So I don't know if I may have actually just kind of scuffed the surface up a bit with the cloth because of how hard I was pushing. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure the roof, when I did the roof, this did not look like this. So this just kind of appeared after I removed the paint. And I didn't even push that hard on the roof either, actually, to be honest. So, but yeah, and for some strange reason, the rear end is considerably worse. I don't know why. And I don't know what the hell happened in that corner there. Like, you can actually feel texture. Or hear it. That. And it's the same thing on here. It almost looks like the polycarbonate is flaking. And I don't know. I'm so disappointed. I really don't know if the Tamiya paint remover is going to do much else either. Because if Nitro couldn't remove it, then I don't know. What's the Tamiya stuff going to do? Is it going to work better? Who knows? Is it just so old that it has bonded to the polycarbonate and it is now just unremovable? Is it bonded on a molecular level, I think is the word I was looking for. And you can still see there's loads of yellow flakes on the bed from where I was trying to remove it. So yeah, the only thing I've really done is cleaned up the wheel arches a little bit. That's it. Yeah, I've tried everything I could think of to get rid of this. I've tried even things that you would think to yourself, why would you try that? What's the point? I just tried anything. I tried polish. I tried WD-40. I tried window cleaner. I tried cleaning it with more nitro. I tried... what else did I try? Well, I mean, I tried buffing it out with a buffing wheel and some T-cut. And that did absolutely nothing. So I got no idea. Yeah. So it looks like this video will be uploaded after all. But as a lesson in this, I don't know, actually. There is no lesson to be learned, because this I was not expecting. This should not have happened. Unless it was just due to the age, or with how hard I was having to scrub with the cloths. I was using soft cloths. I wasn't using anything abrasive. And that happened. I really don't know. I mean, you can see that the windows are pretty much clear, because obviously they didn't have any paint on. Although having said that, obviously a lot of the chemicals did spill onto the window. I did get a lot of it on the window, obviously, while I'm cleaning it. And there's still, other than just those smudges, there's no problem with them. So maybe it was just the body shell reacting with the paint. Because it wasn't the chemicals itself that did this, because otherwise the windows would also be the same. So, I don't know. It either was just because of how hard I had to push, and it just ended up, I don't know, affecting the surface, or it's just due to how old the paint was compared to the body, and it's just had an unfortunate reaction. Even though obviously the things I've been using are polycarbonate safe, this shouldn't have happened. But this is all I've managed to do in 2 days, because I just can't get the rest of it off. I mean, I did a decent job, I think, but yeah, I don't know. I'm so disappointed, because this is, you know, it's a proper vintage. I think it's vintage. I haven't even looked at the year this came out, but yeah, you know, it's a proper genuine Tamiya shell from years gone by. It's in good condition, with the only real split in the body shell being there, and that's it. And yeah, I thought it deserved a bit of a restoration, but I don't think I can. I honestly don't know what'll happen when I paint over that. It could hide the white, it could hide it, but then it might not. I don't know. I have no paint or anything to test it with. So do I waste my money buying the paint, as well as all the masking tape I need to make it, and then obviously the decals? Obviously I wouldn't buy the decals if the paint doesn't go very well, but do I waste my money on the paint to try? And that is independent on whether or not this will come off, because I've lost my shit. I'm not wasting any more nitro on this, and I've already used the entire bottle of this, upon which only about 4.2% of this body shell came off with all of this. Did not work. Again, it could be the age of the paint, and it's just bonded too well to the shell. I don't know, because even nitro struggled, but almost all of this was the nitro removed it. So, yeah. I don't know if I can recommend this. I mean, it might work on body shells with only like a few years old worth of paint, but yeah, I was kind of hoping as well with how thin the paint was, it would come off quite easily, but it didn't. So, yeah. I don't know if anyone can actually recommend on how to remove this using a method that I have not yet used. Tried Googling it, but that was absolutely useless. I must be the only I must be the only person who has asked this question on the internet. So I've done a search. I did a Google search. How to remove cloudiness / fogginess / haziness. Nothing. Like literally nothing. Probably about one result. But other than that, nothing else. Every result that I come across just says, I need to remove paint. I need to remove overspray. And I'm like, I don't give a crap about paint and overspray. I'm trying to remove the milkiness / cloudiness, fogginess, haziness, whatever. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's just all removing paint or overspray or paint bleed. I'm not freaking looking for that. So, yeah. It's probably my quickest, well, I wouldn't say it was my quickest fail, but I think it's one of my biggest ones, because I was really looking forward to trying to restore this. So, but I just don't think I can. I honestly don't think that if I paint this, it's going to hide that. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't know. But, look, any recommendations that could get rid of that, let me know. I mean, I do not know what happened there. And there. Like, there's like scratches in it. It's weird. And I tried buffing that off as well with T-cut. Like a rotary tool and everything. Just went zzz. Nothing. So, I don't know. Alas. Yeah. I might have to throw this away. I don't know if it's just worth wasting any more money on it. But if anyone out there has any tips on how to remove the fogginess, hazing, or whatever, let me know and I'll give it a shot. Otherwise, this is going in the bin. And I hate that, because I've just wasted money on the cast and paint remover. I've wasted my nitro. I still have some left, but I've wasted quite a bit of it trying to get this off. And yeah, I've just wasted money on buying the Tamiya polycarbonate remover, which probably won't have the same, well, will probably have the same effect as the others. So yeah, it's just so annoying. I was doing so well, but I'm just going crazy. So yeah, any help, any tips will be grand. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop it there, get this video edited and uploaded, see if anyone has any suggestions. So, yeah, thank you for watching, and see you all in the next video, whatever that may be. And hopefully it'll be less depressing than this one. Yeah. Boy! Unless I risk painting it on the outside, which I suppose is a possibility, but I don't know, man. It's very risky painting an entire shell on the outside, methinks. So, I don't know. What do people think? Shall I risk it? Risk painting it on the outside? I mean, if I paint it on the outside, I might not actually want to run the body. So, yeah. I'm still bummed, man. That's so disappointing and so depressing. I didn't think it was going to do that. I honestly didn't think that was going to react like that. It's just weird. I mean, that bit there is like the cleanest part on the whole body, you know, other than the window. That bit just there, it's like the only bit that wasn't affected. And I don't know why. No. Yeah, shall I attempt to paint the outside at the very least? Because I don't know, man. I mean, it'll be easy enough to paint, but it's just like making sure that nothing gets stuck to it and Making sure I put it in a box that's, you know, gonna keep it clean and whatnot. Masking off the windows, and these bits should be easy enough, and then painting them black should be easy, but yeah, making sure it stays clean while painting it is going to be the problem part. You get dust particles and just little bits of minute crap on it. So I'll have to find a box big enough to put it in, and yeah. But yeah, shall I give it a go and paint it on the outside? Shall I? I don't want to, but at the same time, I don't really want to throw this away because of this. It'd be a shame, but yeah. Unless people think that the paint will cover this, I don't think the black will though. I think obviously this will show through the black if there's any of that clouding there, but the yellow might cover it. I don't know. I have no paint to test it with either, so yeah. Or should I just, like I say, should I just paint the outside? So yeah. Oh god. Opinions. Give me your opinions on what I should try and do with this now completely, probably knackered body shell. So yeah. Should I try and paint it on the inside and see if it does disappear? Should I paint it on the outside and risk it? Or should I just scrap it? Let me know one's opinion. And I'll go from there. So, yeah. Thanks in advance. Bye.